Sorry about that. Howdy folks, Papa Joe here. Been on the phone. Buddy of mine. He's been driving a couple years. All he's ever done is computer logs. Now he's on paper logs because his computer's down. And the company don't really give you much help on this stuff. And you'll find out that that's probably because they don't know how. So many of the big companies and stuff have been computerized and on Qualcomm and all this other stuff. They ain't got a clue how to run paper logs anymore. It just shows you how, as a society, we are really getting mentally lazy, and I'm guilty too. Had that conversation a while back with a old boy. Used to be, I had hundreds of phone numbers memorized. A lot of us did. And not just in trucking. In trucking, we carried a notebook. And it was full of phone numbers and names and stuff. Not anymore. If you ain't in my phone, I'm in trouble. Truck stops. Boy, we could tell you where they was and the whole routine, how to get in them, give you details. Not anymore. Miles across the states. I had one guy that would call me all the time. Hey man, how far is it from here to there? And I'd tell him, and I'd be real damn close. Not anymore. Part of it is the truck stops ain't worth memorizing out here anymore. I mean, back then we had our favorite little stops. Nowadays they're TAs, loves, they're bullshit. And they're all the same. You know, and I don't care what kind of restaurant they got them, they're all the same. Oh. Got a leak in that trailer. They're going to have to find that. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. This trailer's got some kind of air leak. I'll report it tomorrow when I drop it off, and they will fix it. Our company's good about maintenance. And it was bleeding my seat out, and I just kept lowering, and I can't sit. I'm not a low rider, but lost track where I was. But anyway, helping old boy learn how to cheat on logs, do his logs. And like I said, there's a lot of these companies, they just don't know how to do it. And yes, we have lost our memory. I ain't being honest and all. But the only phone number I have memorized anymore is mine. And that's because I give it out so much out here. Now the reason I'm making this video, I had a person comment on one of the videos about a truck in Virginia today blew off of a bridge into the water, and the driver didn't make it evidently. And he was asking me if it was preventable. We don't know. I don't know. Good chances we'll never know. We might read it on one of the trucker deals that I hardly even read them anymore. Now it brought up a few things. One is, back when I did run a CB, when there was an accident, truck drivers would automatically start hollering. They fell asleep. They fell asleep. Drove me nuts. It was like, really? Is that the only thing you think happens out here? Is the driver fell asleep? You don't think that maybe a four-wheeler cut him off? That's been known to happen. It's rarity, but you know. Blew a tire. All kinds of stuff could have happened, but we have to say fell asleep. Well, you're giving your coworker a lot of credit, ain't you? Think about it. And also, there's others listening to that CB, and they get spouting that nonsense in the truck stops, and we actually would hang out in the truck stops back then. Believe it or not, it was before cell phones, and we really had a life. They'd be in there talking that smack. You're really making the industry look good, ain't you? Now everybody thinks drivers out here all falling asleep. Well, that was one that just rubbed me raw. The other one would drive by them, and of course they gotta go slow and rubberneck. Some things never change. And some of these truck drivers would just, by driving by and what little bit they could see, they'd start diagnosing the accident and telling you what happened. Really? Why are you driving a truck? If you're that damn good, you ought to be out there on the accident crew. Save a whole lot of man hours. You're so good you just look and know exactly what happened. Yes, I am being a little facetious there. Now let's get back to the original subject. And that was high winds, a bridge, and a truck. No, we don't know what happened. Far too often, and I just talked to a driver not even a month ago, a driver I knew, and he had plenty of experience. He knew better. Dispatch, well, first off, they had road closures, and dispatch is trying to find, now they're sitting in a nice warm place, they ain't in this winter storm. They're trying to find any route they can to get this truck driver around this highway closing. It's up there around Colorado and Wyoming, wherever. Up there where the bad storms hit. First off, if the highway's closed, you damn sure don't need on secondary roads. They found the road and they're going to send him down it. He was stupid enough to go. He made it 30 miles or so. Police got the road shut down, making everybody chain up. He goes to chain up. He has super singles on his trailer. He don't have change for super single. They told him, if you ain't got change for that trailer, you ain't going. So they made him turn around and go back. My question to him was, why'd you even leave? Seriously, I did. I mean, he had 30 years out here. Why'd you leave? You know better. The point is a lot of times dispatch will push you into bad situations. They're not out there. They don't have to get out in that cold and deal with it. They don't have to talk to that cop. They don't have to put their life at risk to move a load of freight. Now, I don't know if there was high wind warnings out today or not. If the winds were that bad, he shouldn't have been out there. So did dispatch force him out there? Don't know. Now, I was coming up out of Florida years ago. And they had one of them squalls coming through. They thought a hurricane was going to hit. And I was pushing that puppy north. I was in a orange W9. Empty trailer. And I was coming out of there. And nobody was forcing me to, except me. And don't hit me, truck. I came across one of them bridges. I looked in my mirror and I could see daylight underneath all them trailer tires on the driver's side. I said, time to stop. Hit one little mom and pop fuel stops, which Florida, they're few and far between. But I found one, I stopped. Scared me. I ain't gonna lie. So sometimes we put ourselves in danger. Is that what he did today? We'll never know. Maybe he was just an inexperienced driver. Maybe he didn't realize where those winds are. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but think about it. If he was new enough, he might not realize that those bridges are a good wind tunnel. You get up north, most anywhere, but in the country it don't have to be north, but mostly in the north, you'd be driving up through there and it's windy and you're fighting that wheel. You got that lean on it. You go past a cut through where they cut the road through a hill. Now all of a sudden the wind stops. Sometimes you got to make quick adjustment on that steering because you're already holding it over here fighting this wind. Then as soon as you clear that cut, bam! You get hammered again. We don't know. It could be lack of knowledge. It could have been him pushing him. It could have been dispatcher pushing him. It could have just been about anything. One thing we do know is that it was an accident. And we call them accidents for a reason. Because they weren't on purpose. And we know that fella did not purposely let his truck blow off that bridge and him die. I'm not going to be one of them drive-by diagnosers and try to diagnose that wreck just from what I've heard. We ain't got a clue. There's a lot of things could have happened. The only good thing that comes out of it is that maybe some people will learn. Even if it's through this video, maybe the people will learn. And drivers, you just heard me tell you where to watch out for winds. Remember it. If you're down Florida way, Florida's a pretty windy state. Know when you drive on top of that bridge, it's going to get windy. If they have warnings out and you're empty you need to be parking up. If your dispatch is telling you to go and the highway people are saying no, who you gonna listen to? The ones that are here where it's happening, or the ones sitting in an office 1,000 miles or whatever away that ain't here feeling it? Sometimes you just got to stand up for your own rights. You got to stand up for you. If you let that dispatcher push you and talk you into doing something, and it goes to hell in a handbasket, guess who the police is going to want answers from? And they're going to want you to explain to them why you're out here. They don't want to hear about my dispatcher said. They're going to tell you, you're the one responsible for the truck. You're the one that makes the truck move. Why did you leave a safe haven and come on top of this bridge and get blown off of it and killed? So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, especially if you think it's putting you in harm's way. Now don't use that as a get out of jail card. No, use it wisely. But don't let them put you in that situation. Try to learn where the winds are coming from. Think about this stuff as you're going down the road. So, I don't know. I ain't got a clue if it was preventable. Don't know why he was there. I do know I'll say a prayer for his family. With that, y'all remember, God loves you, and so do I. You notice I'm keeping these a little bit shorter. I'm cutting them shorter and shorter for you. Y'all have a blessed evening. I'm going to bed. Good night.